folks, welcome back. This one's going to be a quick little video because there's not really too much to take a look at, but I was kind of excited to see how this thing turned out. So this is the Mini GT Ducati Panigale, I think is how you say that, the V4S with Ducati Girl, I guess. So take that for what it's worth. This is number 682, so actually pretty far back number-wise. And now, on the back right here, you do have your Ducati licensing, which is very nice. It's kind of a cool sticker. You've got a bunch of like details in the background, but Ducati official product, of course. You have your TSM sticker, and there's the information right there. I think it's hilarious that this one says left-hand drive. It's a freaking motorcycle, but yeah, I was actually pretty excited for this one because I really do like these street bikes. I hope this is something Mini GT continues to do. I think they were kind of testing the waters with this one. And if it's received well by the consumers, then maybe they will make more of these. Maybe some more colors of this casting, and then maybe some other brands. Maybe we could get like some BMW and maybe like some Ninjas and Yamahas. That would be super cool. I really like sports bikes. I really want one. And so I'm excited to see this from them. So we'll go ahead and crack it open. I'm expecting this thing to be tiny. Oh my god, it is tiny. So yeah, interesting packaging. It is the standard size Mini GT box, but it's not your normal like little folding clamshell thing. It is a little like plastic tray with the cover type thing like you would see in the like special edition models. And this one does have a figure. You guys know how I feel about figures. I literally could care less about them. I'm just in this for the bike. Can I get this open? Hello? Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, so, wow, there's a bunch of little pieces in here. A bunch of little pieces that are at risk of getting lost. So I guess we'll just take everything out. There's the figure. I'm going to cover those with my thumb. There's the bike. Holy crap, that thing's tiny. Okay, set that down carefully. I have a feeling these are going to be really fragile. And then here's the little extra pieces. We'll set those down for now until we figure out what they're for. Yeah, I really don't know what I'm doing here. This is a pretty new experience for Mini GT. All right, so it's kind of hard to hold and show you, but here is the bike. It's done in like a nice red color. I don't know much about bikes except that I want one, but it looks, as far as accuracy and scale wise, it looks pretty accurate. The wheels they do have rubber tires, I think. Are they rubber? No, I think those are plastic. Is the front one? No, that feels like plastic. So the tires do feel like plastic. Which is a little unfortunate. I feel like they could have done rubber wheels on this. But you do have the whole chain assembly and the back sprocket on this wheel, which is actually, for how small that is actually really well detailed on that back wheel. And so the way they did these wheels is kind of interesting. So if you look on this side, you do have this little like rivet thing right here, which is kind of ugly. So if you want to like display this, definitely do it from this side. But you do have a little rivet right there, kind of like what you would see on a Hot Wheels. But that's necessary with this, so I understand it. But the wheel actually, there's a clear disc in there, and then they have a little bit of like black, like a little bit of black running through. It's actually, the black parts are actually like raised up and textured. And that kind of goes through it to look like the like rim of the wheel. From this side, it looks pretty good. You can tell that there is like a clear acrylic disc in the wheel, which I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I guess it kind of just is what it is. The front wheel is the same way. A little bit harder to see because it has this massive brake disc on there on both sides. So the front looks better than the back as far as just seeing that like clear disc. But the brake details on the front look pretty good. You do have the little rivets on the front wheel as well on both sides. So take that for what it's worth. But you do have like the little caliper right there, which is cool. The front bars, or the front forks right here, there's a little bit of kind of looks like a gold metallic color. So that is pretty nice. And then I think that color comes up into the handlebars as well on the top end of that fork. You can see, let me get my pointer because this thing is tiny. You can see a little bit more of the forks right in here, kind of coming up and attaching to the handlebars. So that's nice. It does have a little acrylic piece for the windshield on it. And then you have a little bit of silver paint up here for the headlights, and then the Ducati lettering right there in silver as well. I don't know what these little black pieces right here are for. I have no idea. I don't know if that's like some sort of like arrow thing, but they are there. You got a little bit of like open gaps right here, probably some venting, and then whatever this little gold piece right there is, I don't really know. But there is that. The handlebars do turn, so it does steer, which is kind of interesting. I honestly thought it would just be static, but you can like turn the wheel if you want to have it like on the kickstand or whatever. You do have the gas cap up here and more Ducati lettering on the side right there. So that is pretty nice. Handlebars are, I guess, decently detailed. You have like the actual handle part, and then you have the you have your brake right there, and then the clutch obviously on the other side. And then silver in the center right there. I would imagine that there's probably like some gauges and whatnot right there. A little bit too small for Mini GT to detail. And then coming off the back portion right here, you have your little license plate attachment thing. So pretty cool. And then it comes up to the point right there. It looks really nice, honestly. Like the whole like silhouette of it looks like it's pretty accurate. We'll compare it to a picture of the real bike just because I'm curious. But then you have like some black in here, a little bit of detailing. It's hard to do when it's just one color and all one piece, but there is a decent amount of detailing and whatnot throughout. So honestly, pretty cool. The wheels on this do spin. Front wheel does as well. So this thing should in theory roll. We'll check that out in a minute. On the bottom of the bike right here, you have a little attachment, and I believe that is where you put on, I believe that that's what these little tiny pieces back here are for. So I think you can put this little silver piece on, and that just kind of acts, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose these. Yeah, this thing is going right back into the box and never to be messed with again. So I believe this goes on like that. Yeah, so you can kind of stick that on right there, and then that gives it a little bit more color, and that's going to be like accurate to how the real bike looks. And then there is another piece that is the same thing, except it has a little kickstand coming off of it. So if you put that right there, now it's got a little kickstand, which is cool, because then you can kind of prop the bike up like that. So that is neat. And then if you remove that, there is another piece, and it is a little clear piece. I don't know. I don't think that goes right there. No, that doesn't go on the bottom. I wonder if that's for the figure. So you have a regular bottom part of the car, and then you also, or the bike, and then you also have a kickstand piece. So that's actually pretty cool. I'm thinking that this little clear piece is for the figure, like stick her foot in it so she stands or something. I don't know. This thing doesn't fit on the bike, so I'm assuming it's for the figure. I just really don't know. Here's the figure if you guys are interested in it. It is die-cast metal, and then it's pretty well painted. I don't care about the figures. I think they're kind of goofy. Nothing against you guys that do like them. I know there's guys out there that make like dioramas and stuff with all the figures, and they look amazing. I just don't care about them. But for what it's worth, it does look to be pretty accurately scaled. So kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know what this little clear piece is for. I'm thinking, here, let's mess around with this. Let me move the camera down just a hair. And let's put the kickstand piece on and get the bike propped up. Actually, I think these are magnets. Yeah, these are magnetized. So it doesn't clip on. It actually has a magnet. So I like that. That is actually really thoughtful on Mini GT's part. So put the bike right there. Here's the other little piece without the kickstand. And then I guess you can like set her, like lean her against it, kind of like that. Kind of like that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really care about the figure, like I said. I do think it's cool that it comes with a little kickstand piece, but let me throw a picture up on, let me get this other piece without the kickstand on. There we go. So let me throw up a picture on screen of this thing, and you guys can look at it and tell me how accurate it is. I think it looks pretty good, though, for what it is. I think Mini GT did a good job. I hope they make more of these, because they are kind of cool. But, yeah, this thing was super popular, too. Like, a lot of people were excited about this. So, it was about the price of a regular Mini GT. Do keep that in mind. This isn't any cheaper. So, you know, I guess that is what it is. But let me compare it to... Let me compare it to an actual car. Okay, so this was the last review that we did with this GTR. Here's the bike next to it for comparison of how small this thing actually is. It's kind of insane. This thing's like tiny. So, yeah, there's the bike next to like a normal size model. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Let's check the roll test. Let me see if I can hold the handlebars a little bit. Does it roll? No, it doesn't really roll. I think it's just too small. It also doesn't help that the tires are plastic. If they were rubber, it would probably roll a lot better. But with that being said, the wheels do spin pretty freely. So if you're one of those people that only buys models that roll, don't count this one out, because it's really too small to do anything with, except for to display. But yeah, that's the Ducati Panigale V4S in red. So I think it's pretty cool. Like I said, I hope Mini GT does more of these. You guys let me know what you think of this thing down in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.